Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and thank you for being here. This is another timeless reading that's for somebody out there. My intention is that it will find the person or people it's meant for and at the right time. It's definitely not for everyone, so if the storyline that's emerging is not resonating with you, it's probably not for you. You can still watch the whole reading because it's always an intention of mine that anyone who's drawn to one of my readings will gain something from it. That could be an insight, a piece of wisdom, or just the opportunity to see something from a different perspective. So if you happen to be here, I think you're meant to be here. It is still school holidays here, so hopefully I can record this without too much background noise. My experience has been that this microphone seems to tune out a lot, so that's quite good. All right, then we'll get started. We'll just do our love pause first. This is where we pause the video and send some love out into the universe. You can also do a little Ho'oponopono prayer instead, and that involves saying the 4 sentences: thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, and please forgive me. And thanks to everyone who does do this. So we'll pause now and I'll start on the next slide with the reading. All right, so this is the spread that we've got for this reading. If you're interested in the decks that I've used, I'll have them listed in the description box. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Universe, which is the World card in this deck. And this is the last card in the Major Arcana, and it's about someone who's reached the end of the Fool's journey. They are worldly, wise, mature, and balanced. They are not a fool anymore. Now in this card we have the 7 chakras and we have a yin-yang sort of background there. So I feel like this is someone who has all their chakras balanced as well as their masculine and feminine aspect. So that's really, really good. The World card in terms of its astrology relates to the planet of Saturn. In the past position we have the 2 of Wands card and it has the keyword planning. And in the tarot, this is the card that follows the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is about a new inspiration or passion. And the 2 of Wands is about contemplating the way forward. So it's someone who's decided to go in this direction. But before they do, they're doing the planning and preparation so that they can actually move in that direction. In this particular image, there's a tall peak in front of this person, and I'm seeing it as a mountain, but the shape's also making me think of a pyramid, and maybe that's meaningful for someone as well. But with this card in the past position, I'm going to say that the new direction this person chose wasn't an easy direction because there's obviously this mountain in their way, and I suspect they wanted to get up this mountain. So they knew they were big challenges, but they still wanted to do it. So they wanted to get to the top of this mountain, and that's making me think of the spiritual path because it's often likened to ascending a mountain. So really, I feel like this is the story of a spiritual seeker, and that would fit with how evolved they are in that Universe card there. Now moving to the present position, there is a queen here. She's sitting pretty, I think. She's sitting on this balustrade in this lovely dress with her cup. I'm definitely feeling like this is someone who has made it to the top and it's a place where they can relax. So this is the Queen of Cups, and this particular deck has keywords. So this card has the keyword intuition. Now this is water sign energy, but I would tend to read it as Cancer. Now with that keyword, I feel like it's saying that she's operating very intuitively at this point. I'm just going to use the female pronouns here, and to be honest, all the characters in this spread appear to be female. Now, tarot cards, as I always say, are energies and not genders, so do take the reading if it resonates for you. But with all the imagery here, I feel like this might be a reading for a woman. Now, the Queen of Cups is also a compassionate, empathic, and loving individual, so this is a really nice energy here in the present position. What we have in the future position is another queen, another lovely floral dress, but very energetically different. So this is the Queen of Wands with the keyword here of vibrancy. So this is fire sign energy, but I tend to see it as Aries energy. The Queen of Wands really is the witchiest character in the tarot. I mean, she even has the black cat and all of that. But she's the most magical queen, and I do get that energy from this image. She's standing here under the stars with her arms out and her eyes closed. It very much looks like she's connecting to earth and spirit and the elements as well. Her dress actually has a cape and a fringed shawl, so I'm going to say it's a less mainstream kind of look than the Queen of Cups had. In that image before, the Queen of Cups was looking quite modern and elegant. In this image, she's looking a little more boho, I think. And I am getting strong witchy vibes from this. So this could well be about someone who is a lot more in touch with their abilities. And I was feeling like they were connecting to spirit and the elements. And the World card was talking about chakras in balance and masculine and feminine in balance. And so this is someone who knows how to handle things. And I'm getting magician energy as I'm saying that. So this is someone who can handle things. If they can't handle a problem using the material world tools and strategies they have access to, then they'll start working on it energetically, spiritually. So they no longer see anything as impossible, is what I'm getting. They just see difficulties as things they haven't found the right strategy for just yet, and they will just keep trying different things until they find the thing that will work. Now, I'm thinking back to that Two of Wands card where they had that big challenge in front of them. I feel like at that point in the journey, they definitely didn't have this kind of confidence. So when they started climbing that mountain, they would have been afraid. They might have thought, what if I don't make it? And so as difficult as that journey was, in a lot of ways, it was that journey that showed them their strength and their capabilities and gave them this degree of confidence. And that's actually an interesting thing to get, because we often talk about how difficult the spiritual journey is, but maybe the real purpose of all of those challenges is to help someone discover their own power and their own divinity. By the time someone gets to the World card stage, they've been through a lot, and they've got through it all, importantly. So they have survived it. They have maybe even overcome it in a very impressive way. So I think the journey is what makes the person, and I think that's an important message that's coming through here. So here they are as the Queen of Wands. I don't think there's that much that frightens them anymore. They know that they're strong and wise and resilient, and they'll get through any challenge. And that's a really wonderful message to get with this reading. I just have the 3 oracle cards to touch on as well. So we'll have a look at that, see if there's any extra messages or any extra clarification that's coming through there. Our first oracle card is Faith, and it has the message, believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. I think this person already knows this, but I think it's further reassurance from Spirit that there really is nothing they need fear. If they need help or guidance, they just need to ask, and Spirit will show them the way to go, the right direction to move in. Now, the second oracle card here is the most interesting one because it doesn't obviously tie into anything else. So I think this is a separate message. So this oracle card is titled Soulmate Alchemy. It has the caption Embracing Loving Presence. This is a number 8 card, which depending on the tarot deck we're talking about, it could be the Strength card or the Justice card. And 8 is also a number that relates to karma, reaping what you sow, and so on, justice. And it's also the shape, it's normally the shape of the infinity symbol, which means it's about the energy someone puts out, basically coming back to them in a state of infinite flow. But the number 8 on this card is actually a handwritten number 8, and the interesting thing about it is that it doesn't close off the way the infinity symbol would. Now, with this card talking about soulmate alchemy, that 8 is making me feel like there has been something broken with respect to soulmate connections. And so it might be that the energy this person was putting into those connections wasn't being reciprocated in the way it should have been. So the word alchemy is basically about something being transformed into a more valuable form, and its origins are obviously to do with the idea of transforming base metals into gold. So maybe something's happening to these soulmate connections now. They're transforming in positive ways into better connections. Now, I mentioned strength and justice as the tarot energies we might associate with the number 8. So maybe this person's strength has meant that they have started expecting things to be fair, to be just, to be reciprocal. And as a result, these soulmate connections have had to change their ways because this person has started demanding that things are more fair and balanced. So that infinity symbol was broken. Sorry, a bit of noise in the background there. I think it's a big truck going past, actually. I'll just wait till it's gone. So I feel like that infinity symbol was broken because of other people basically not doing their part, not reciprocating. And now they know that they have to if they want this connection to continue. So I get that this person has reclaimed their power and they won't be giving to connections that aren't reciprocal anymore. The caption here was embracing loving presence, and I feel like that's saying this person will only embrace people who are loving towards them. So these are the people who are supportive and uplifting and compassionate and kind. So they are being very selective about who they will give their energy to. Now, the last card here is a number 31 card, and it's the Egyptian goddess Ma'at with the keyword truth. Now, the number 31 is standing up to me because it came up recently on one of my Facebook, Instagram posts, and that was the card of the Hindu god Ganesha, and it was about blessings coming from Lord Ganesha. And what I was talking about there with the number 31 was that the 3 is the number of divinity, and 1 was the number of a new beginning, and 4 together, like 3 and 1 adds to 4, and that's the number of stability and a strong foundation. So the fact that that number has propped up again here, I think I'm meant to pay attention to it as well. So there is a divinely blessed new beginning that will become something very stable, and maybe it relates to the soulmates, I don't know, but it could be any aspect of life really. But Ma'at is a deity associated with justice in the Egyptian mythology, and in the Egyptian mythology, the way someone gets admitted to the afterlife involves their hearts being weighed against the feather of Ma'at. So the person's heart has to be as light as that feather or lighter for them to pass that test. So what a light heart is a peaceful, pure heart, one that really has no negativity weighing it down at all. So the light heart holds no guilt, it holds no regret, and it holds no sorrow. It is a healed heart that has nothing in it but the pure vibration of love and light. And here in this card, we can see that Ma'at's heart chakra is illuminated. So this pure light heart is interesting because we have been talking about a spiritual seeker. We've had the energies of healed, balanced chakras, balanced masculine and feminine aspects, connection to spirit, connection to the elements, the world card, the energies of strength and justice, the healing of soulmate connections. So a lot has been going on here. So I do feel like this person is spiritually ascended now. They do have this pure light heart. So whatever they've experienced in the past and along this journey that they've been on, they've basically, dealt with all the negativity that they might have felt in their heart. It's all been purged and released. They've healed, they've forgiven, they've released, they've made peace with everything that has happened in their life. They're really good now, and this card is the truth. So yeah, that's the truth. And I think we're done now. So that was definitely a bit of an interesting reading. It was different to a lot of the ones I normally do. But if this is your reading, it sounds like you have done the hard yards. The Egyptian afterlife obviously is referring to life after death, but I always think of what happens after the world card as a new life, as a rebirth of some sort. And the reason I say that is because you can now live life as an enlightened being rather than as the fool, which is how you might have spent the first part of your life. So it's like a rebirth because it's a different experience of life now, and it really is because you are now someone who's equipped to handle the complexities of relationships, and you can also handle the challenges that life will throw your way. So you're not someone who will make the same mistakes that you might have made in the past. You're not someone who will lose your way when things get difficult. You are evolved, you are ascended, you've got the confidence, and you know that you can handle any challenge. And you'll find the best way to handle it. And Spirit is with you, and you're fully aware of the fact that Spirit is with you, and you will ask for help whenever you need it. So I definitely think the future now, it's not an afterlife, but it is a new life. It'll be a new and different experience of life, and I hope that you will enjoy it. All right, so this is our last slide. I hope you enjoyed that reading. The decks will be listed in the description box, and that's the case for all of my readings, even my older ones. The Amazon links that you might find next to them are affiliate links, so you can use those links to purchase the decks. And if you do, I might qualify for a small commission. If you're wanting to buy the decks, there is some extra information in the description box. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you liked this video, please give it a like, and obviously feel free to leave comments if you feel guided to. Thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. Your support means a lot. And that's it, everyone. Take care, and I hope I'll see you all again in a future video. Bye.